Welcome to my poetry channel, Prince Hamdan fan. I wrote you a poem, but the words ran away. I dipped my pen in traveling moonlight to begin to carve our secret story across a hush of paper. But the moment the tip touched the page, letter scattered like startled doves into the night. I chased them through corridors of fragrant gardens, past rows, arches where you once laughed in crimsons, calling, "Come back, little syllable, stop your flight. My beloved, wait for the song you carry." They filtered higher, teasing the starlit palm fronts, trailing commas like silverfish in a desert tree. I lived hard, hammering, though royals rarely leave. For I am knocking before your gaze, only a seeker. Dim glimmers warped with loin hearts. Nouns polished like bridal anklet, adjectives thick as honey foam, all murmur hives, all wilding beyond my reach, laughing in vowels. I I bargained with the wind to hear them back. Get me 1,000 falcon feathers for one, but the winds is tricksters that owes no crown. It's gambled my offer and returned only echoing taunts. I searched ancient library where ancestor rest and wrote scroll older than guns, consulted oracles of ink and amber, yet every perchant was suddenly blank, breathless. Why had they fled? Was love too burning a cage? Did my confession sear their wings to ash, or did fear assure perfection and right themselves, unable to bear the mirror of your light? Anguish drove me to the sea at dawn. I scribbled verse in foam, but tides swallowed them, leaving me knelt in salt-lipped silence as girls shut the refrain of missing verses. On camelback, I rode to distant valleys, listening to the desert slope, heart drawn beneath sand. Perhaps words hide there like shy gazelles, watering their throat on hidden spring of meaning. I waited motionless for 40 heartbeats. Finally, a single word crept forward. Always, I cupped it gently, offered pomegranate seed, and promised safe passage back to the poem's nest. Word by word, they emerged, breathed forever home, each trembling like firstborn fools learning dawn. I stitch them into a necklace of syllables. Yet gives remind a threadbare promise I needed the fiercest ones, the roaring metaphors, the moon sized smile that could rattle your soul, the turning couple that would unlock your tears. Without them, the poem was only a shadow. So I climbed the bush of memory, higher than grains, higher than rumors, and from its spire I visited the falcon call, the echoes inside every liberated stanza. Light splattered the sky out spilled my fugitives dancing on rain like children, discovering puddles. I raised my parchment, caught them, mind twirl, tracing each luminous bluff into place, still a final space, glared bright as noon. The heart was the axis on which Lexus spin. I do fear it hide beneath your sleeping lashes, guarded by the rhythm of your secret dreams. I approached your bedside, heartbeat barefoot, and knelt as pilgrims kneel before Kaba's well. A hush thicker than velvet filled the chamber. The moon diamonds in respect for your stillness. In the hush, I heard it, the missing name, soft as oasis water breaking shy stones. It floated to my ear, blossoming in reverence, and everything inside me bowed. I did not trap it, I asked it consent. It rested on my palm like a bird, whispering, use me only in truth. And I walked upon every star I own, returning to the parchment. I placed that name at the center like dawn inside a rose. Insistently, every wandering word stepped into orbit, forming consultation of meaning around its gravity. The poems breathed a living phonics, wings white with metaphors of endless tomorrow, eyes bright with imagery of shared sun, trailed streaming rhymes rich as Arabian musk. I read it aloud. The palace walls shimmered fountains leaned to hear even time slowed. For every line was a step toward you, and every stanza a vow hammered in gold. I signed it with my given name, Hamdan, a praise by fate, a poet by desperation, sealing it with sand from our first meeting place. So you'd feel the grainy keys of memory. Fate Dawn's first bird turned her thread. I delivered the poem to your sleeping hand. Your fingers curled instinctively around its warmth, as though it were already part of you. You woke to syllables humming like incense, eyes widening at the kingdom builds for you in aim. Tears glistened not of sadness but of arrival. The traveler had found her long whisper at rest. You asked, did the words truly run away? I laughed, humble as a boy before summer rain. They rain, yes, but only so I would chase them and return with proof of how far I would go. Together we read the journey page in verses, discovering the footprint of wonder in every merchant, and the ones that way were settled peacefully, for they had now found the voice they sought yours. So, if another poet claim words are wild, tell them this: love is the greatest wilderness. Let your heart be the compass, courage your steed, and no metaphor will remain untamed for long. Now the perchant sleep between our pillows.